Tasting like a boss. How you guys doing? And welcome to our first coffee review, three-way coffee review of Christmas 2024. Glad to have you here. I know I'm not in my Buc-ee's outfit that was in the preview, but I've got to go somewhere today, and I still wanted to get this review out to you. It's a little cold for Florida today. It's about 44 degrees right now. The scarf is a little overkill, but oh well. But you know, to be festive, I did have the lights on. So the first coffee we're going to be doing is one of the peppermint flavors. It's by Dunkin. It's a Dunkin limited edition. You can get it at the grocery store almost anywhere you go. Pretty cheap. I think I got it for around $5, and sometimes there were deals too, for like 2 for 1 or something like that. This one's called Polar Peppermint. It is a artificially flavored, so it's artificial for those people that bothers. There you go. But it's an artificial flavored white chocolate peppermint ground coffee. So it's like, peppermint bark, right? Although it's only white peppermint bark, not one with a chocolate underside, I guess. So there you go. I can tell you experience-wise, Dunkin's flavored coffees have been pretty good. Good flavor. I think there's been like one I really didn't care for that much. It tasted a little too synthetic. But let's see what's going on. I'm going to be doing it in a three-way review. We're going to be doing it in the cold brew. So I've got my Wally World eggnog cup for the cold brew. We're going to be trying it in drip. I decided to stay with the Christmas vacation theme, and I have it in Eddie's RV cup. Nice, piping hot, as you can see. And of course, we're going to be doing it in espresso. So let's get right down to the review because I got to get going, all right? So let's go right to the smell first. I mean, there's a little bit of a peppermint smell, not as much as you would think, but also not a coffee smell. It smells very synthetic, so it smells very much like chemicals, so we've got that. All right, let's get down to the tasting. So let's first go to the cold brew. Here we go. Tasting like a boss. Very slight. Kind of falls flat on the cold brew, actually. There's like a cooling element at the end. The peppermint doesn't really hit hard. White chocolate as a whole typically doesn't have much of a flavor when it comes to coffee, I have found. And it doesn't add that creamy aspect. So it's really not coming to me as anything at all, except a very watery cold brew, not a lot of coffee flavor, with a cooling element at the end. I don't know if I want that. So for me, that's going to be a pass. There's no reason to get it for that. So, I'm still going to drink it. It's not horrible. It's just, it's nothing to get excited about. Although I can still feel the cooling element that grows. So that's interesting. So if you want to have a fresh mouth after having something that looks like coffee but doesn't really taste like coffee, there you go. Let's move to the drip. Scent on it, again, is not very pepperminty. It's kind of hard to drink out of this mug. I'm going to go for a corner. Tasting like a boss. Not a lot of coffee flavor. The cooling element is even more extreme. I think it's because you get the heat differential of the drip, followed by this minty cooling. There's a bit of sharpness at the end, but if you were to hand that to me, would I know it was peppermint? Only by the fact that it makes me feel like doesn't make my mouth taste like I brushed my teeth, but it makes me feel like I brushed my teeth, that cooling aspect. So again, flavor-wise, it's just not doing it for me. I wonder if maybe they pumped up the minty aspect a little bit more and maybe introduced some dark chocolate or dark milk chocolate at least. That would have been better, but so far, I mean, it's not horrible. It's just not, it's not great. And it makes me glad that I didn't pay a lot for it. Let's move to the espresso. Now here I'm actually smelling some sweet undertones like milk chocolate and just a hint of peppermint, but that might just be because I have that peppermint feeling in my mouth. Here we go, tasting like a boss. Okay, well, you really get a cooling element into that one. That's even more extreme than the drip, but the flavor is not good. It's not rancid. It's not undoable. It's just I don't know what I would do with that or why. So this flavor is kind of a bust for me. Which again, I like a lot of Dunkin' stuff, but for me, Polar Peppermint. If you're gonna go for Polar Peppermint, there's another flavor that we're gonna be reviewing later. Maybe hold off for that review. But if you do get it and your opinion is different than mine or the same, put it in the likes, not in the likes, but put it down in the comments, please. Share, make it part of this coffee community. But for me, the best part of this is that it was on sale, and it's not rancid. That's the best I can do for it. But I cannot make a suggestion anyway whatsoever for it. So until next time, people, hit like, subscribe, and share, please. We're almost at 700 subscribers, which I think, again, is nuts. And I love the fact that we're all together doing this. And we have so many other Christmas flavors to go. So have a great Sunday. And the sun's coming up even further. And I promise I'm going to pressure wash that fence soon. I know it's gross. But until next time, people, thanks for the support. And keep tasting like a boss. Thanks so much.